All right, we are out here today to finally do the coil replacement on this City Multi unit. I did a couple of videos a couple of months ago, probably longer than that actually, doing a repair on this coil here because it was compromised by the flue gases coming out of that. The coil ended up being on back order, so we basically did a temp repair to get them up and running. That was probably, 6 to 8 months ago. It's been quite a while actually. Anyway, we're back here today. We've got the coil. We're going to do the replacement. So thought process is that instead of recovering the 48 odd kilos that we put into it the last time, what I'm going to do is shut the system down, close the ball valves, recover the refrigerant that's in here, do the repair, basically just do all my repairs on that so the rest of the system's not exposed to atmosphere. I reckon that's probably going to be the best bet. So currently we've just got our pump down bottle on, well, almost on vac. But yeah, we'll get stuck into it. All right, so we've just turned it off the thermostat now. So we're going to isolate the system. This thing is looking pretty good now. Get this thing on recovery and yeah, start disassembling the entire unit. So you can see it's obviously gonna be a bit of a nightmare. So our coil, wraparound coil, probably it's top to bottom on this style. And obviously the condenser is just jammed in there. Let me see if I can get a better view for you. So what I'm thinking is, so we're gonna do the same thing, drop the board down, remove all the covers, cut out the coil, and maybe have to go up and over the top. So I think that's the plan of attack at the moment. It might change, but yeah, we'll see how we go. So as I'm just closing these valves as well, you can hear that they're quite squeaky, quite dry. So I filmed a video yesterday actually, where I'd mentioned that someone on, it was actually on the repair video for this system. I was working on that one. I had my, everything connected to that. And when I went to charge it, I'd closed these because I wanted to go through the indoors first, and gas just started pissing out, right? Obviously because the seal itself had obviously, Anyway, so they'd mentioned that they put Nylog in there just to lubricate them, I guess. I did it yesterday and it worked. There was one, the lick one in particular was quite squeaky. So what I'm gonna do here as well, before I actually fully close these, I'm gonna half close them, put some Nylog in, back them out and back them in again. And that way, hopefully they'll seal. And it'll kind of re-lubricate them, sorry. Let's just put some Nylog in there. And I'll wind it back out. You can already hear it making a difference. Just get that nice and lubricated. And then, no more squeaking. And hopefully it means it's gonna sit better once we close this. Good tip. Cool, so got our setup here. We're gonna use the subcooler just to try to speed up time. At least I think it speeds up time. We've got those closed now. All right, so let's open up. We're good. So closed. Yeah, so open. Okay. Open. This one, I'm just going to take us to our recovery. All right. That's still closed. Good. Open, and purge. Oh, hold on, I'm tearing for something. All right, now you can tear. Perfect, we're good to go. Alrighty. While that's on recovery, we're gonna start pulling this thing apart, take the lid off, sides, drop the board. Yeah. Board dropped, fan out, now we'll do the sides. You can see just the corrosion starting on this as well. Oh, there we go. Yeah, nice. Everything else seems to have held up all right. No other obvious oil spots except for the ones that we've already fixed. So that's all right. this is our replacement coil. So you can see, obviously, so they've put a solution on it. The office did. They put like a anti-corrosion solution or whatever. Sprayed that. They also got the so the dash BS is like a special like anti-corrosion thing that Mitsubishi put on it as well. It's like one of their I think that was actually through Blygold. They also do one. I can't remember what the designation for that is, but I'm pretty sure the BS is Blygold solution. So anyway, this thing shouldn't leak again in its lifetime, eh? So we covered about 8.1. Just gonna let that sit, but honestly, I don't want to go any lower than that anyway, just in case there are other pits in the coil and, you know, sucking in moisture and all that. But all sides are off now, so basically, we can pack up the reclaim. I'm gonna cut these out. Yeah, cut them out, unsweat the stubs, and we can try to work out, yeah, how we're gonna get that out. So we can see here, obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 down there. So those ones are gonna be a bit of fun, but you know, now that we've got all this space, except for that fucker. But yeah, I'm basically going to cut these out and unsweat the stubs, and then we'll pop this out the sunroof. All right, we are all cut out and ready to pull.
I can hold on to it.
Yeah, you good? Okay. We may as well just go straight down to the ground here. And here we are. All right. I've just propped it over here. right, that was, it's tougher for me than it was for the apprentice. What do you got, like 15 years on me? Younger? Anyway.
Aren't you like 25?
I'm 33, bro. Anyway, we're in position. I was gonna have a quick little snack, come back and we'll get these welded in, do a pressure test. Right, so we got the welds all done. They're all looking pretty good. I mean, oh, no, right. I'll try that again. Here we go, so you can kind of see. Oh, and there, it looks pretty good. It's kind of hard to show on camera, but anyway, pretty happy with how those have turned out. Unfortunately, because sometimes when I, not rush, but just try to work quickly, you forget things. I forgot to hook up the nitro to purge, so. Anyway, can't do much about it now. All right, now the nitro's hooked up, so we're gonna do a pressure test. Let's go. So we'll crack that. Yeah, you can take that if you like. I'll crack this. We'll go. See if anything bursts out, eh? All right. Just quickly while we're waiting on that other nitro bottle. Didn't damage it too bad. Honestly, I thought with the way we're gonna have to go about it, it might be a bit worse than what it is. But I'm actually really happy with that, considering we have to get it over this bar here. Look at the other side. Not bad. All right, do the pressure test, tightness test. See how we go. Doesn't take long for the natural inhabitants to start making their homes. I had to restart it because I obviously started it again too soon, as I always do. So anyway, 2 kPa and 38 minutes. I reckon we're pretty sweet. We will get this thing on vac and start putting the unit back together. We are underway. Now that that's happening, put it all back together. Starting to resemble a condensing unit again. And bang, look at that. So everything's back together now. We're running the vac. So I've got power running from here, which I've got a little box there. I don't think it's supposed to rain. Actually, I'm fairly confident it's not, but I've just done it anyway. I'll try to get something set up with this as well. But as it stands, that is pretty much us for today. We'll be back tomorrow. It is the next day. The back went on overnight. I'll put up a screen grab, but we pulled down to 74 microns. This is with the ball valve still open, so I'll close that now, so we can just pull from one side, and we'll eventually do a decay test. I've got a couple other little things I still need to do, but yeah, we'll let this keep running for a little bit, come back, do a decay test, and see where it stabilizes out at. What I'm quickly just doing is using Mitsubishi's new design tool to recreate this system, and then once I've put in the components, it will basically give me the correct charge that should be in this system. So, you know, when I charged it the last time, I just did it off the MNet data, so we'll see how close we get. I think I put 48 kilos in, 47 kilos in, so yeah, this will tell me what the correct charge should be. So here's our total. You can see they've gone pretty high on the total capacity. So on these systems, you can go up to like 150%. Now, I don't think they fully recommend to do that, because obviously if you've got, you know, 80 odd kilowatts worth of indoors and only 65 kilowatts worth of outdoors, you know, if everything's calling for 100%, it's gonna struggle, but you can do it anyway. But our total refrigerant charge is 55.2. So I think I put about 48 kilos in there. So, you know, I brought the extra refrigerant so we can basically charge it up correctly, and then assess the system from there. I'm going to jump into a decay test now. So close. So we're set up, ready to charge. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open up my ball valves, because obviously there's refrigerant in the rest of the system. So open those up. Then I've got this one just here, so I've purged up to here. I'll open that. Then once obviously that gets pressure, I can just release my vac there. But yeah, basically we'll get this thing, we'll open it up, get it up and running, and then we will charge through the suction line the remainder of the gas that we've taken out. Gonna crack my high side first. Once that gets the positive pressure, I'll take the vac set off. I've just cracked it. There we go. Cool. Power's back on now to both of them. Just getting the MNet tool set up. And then we'll fire this thing up and start charging. I really need to get like a heat gun, because obviously I've had these compressors off for, you know, 24 hours, maybe, yeah, about 24 hours. And the idea of just like dumping refrigerant into them and then starting them kind of stresses me out. So, you know, it's one of the things I've been meaning to get, but yeah, anyway. All right, we are all hooked up here now. So you can see the system is using, so IH on both of them is 1, so that's on. And it's basically saying that it's sending that trickle charge through the windings to heat the compressor. So I might let that sit for half and then we'll get these things up and running. Okay, I've just thrown these things into a test run. Heard some of the solenoids click, but we'll wait for these things to start. Just turned on now. I'm not 100% sure why, but this particular system, every time I've done this, the master comes on first, runs for like 5 minutes, shuts down, sits for like 5 minutes and then the slave comes on. Yeah, I'm sure there's a reason. I just don't know what it is. Anyway. Master and slave are running now. I think I might be cooking some people. Sorry about that. We might turn that one off. You see, suction pressure is pretty high now, so there's a kilo left in this bottle, but it's just not coming out because, again, suction pressure is too high. So we're going to swap over to the other bottle and put the remaining gas in, so it's at the full charge. Slowly getting there. Almost at the required 55. So I flicked it back over just to regular operation, into auto, and not surprisingly, they all went into cool mode because, you know, we made it pretty warm in there. Good sign, I guess. But yeah, so now it's just kind of running. I'm gonna go through and have a look at the data to see if anything stands out. I haven't been paying attention to it. I've kind of been, you know, just packing up all of my gear and just riding on stuff and, you know, getting everything ready. But yeah, I'll go through and have a look. If anything interesting pops up, I'll cut back with that. But if everything looks okay, that'll basically be the end of this video. And yeah, thank you very much for watching.